Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Who is Allah? We want to refresh our Iman. We want to be attached to our Creator. We want to fear nobody but Him. We want to please none other than Him. So who is Allah? Come with me to Surah Al-Hadid, chapter number 57 of the Quran, where Allah He says, introducing Himself to us, He is Allah who has the kingdom of the heavens, and He alone is the one who gives life and death. He is able to do whatever He wishes. Do you know anybody who shares even one of these characteristics with Allah? Who is Allah? Come with me to chapter number 6 of the Quran. Allah says, Surah Al-Inam, He has the key to the unseen. No one knows them except Him, and He knows everything that is on land and everything that is within the sea. And there is not a single leaf that falls from any tree except that Allah has knowledge of it. And there is not even a grain within the darkness of the land, nor is there anything moist and anything that is solid, except that Allah has knowledge of it. It is written within a clear record you bring to your attention, dear brothers and sisters. In Islam, the description of just one of Allah Almighty creation, He is an angel, that chief of the angels. Angels, Hazrat Jibreel alayhi salam, the messenger, in his true angelic from Ahmad writes, in his Muslims, he said, in his true angelic form, and he had no less than 600 wings, and every one of those wings was huge enough to fill the horizon and cover the skies. One wing spread out covers every cloud, covers every star, covers the sun and the moon, covers every inch of that blue sky that we see one way. What then can you make of 600 wings? And if this is the majesty of just one of Allah Almighty creation, what then can you make of the beauty and the majesty of the Creator Himself? I bring to your attention, dear brothers and sisters, yet a second creation from Allah Almighty. This is the description of one of the angels who are carrying the throne of Allah. Abu Dawud would narrate in his Sunan and one of the authority of Jabir that the messenger of sallallahu alaihi wa alihi washabihi wasallam permission to give you all Muslims a description of just one of the angels that are carrying the throne of Allah. He said the distance between the earlobe and his shoulder is the distance of 700 years worth of travel. If that is the distance between his ears and his shoulders, a hand span of a distance from us human beings, what then about the size of the rest of his angel? But then about the enormity of the rest of his body. If this is the size of one of the angels who are carrying the throne of Allah, what then about the enormity of the throne of Allah itself? And if this is the size of the throne of Allah, what then about the Lord and the King of that one? Allah asked, yes, don't you see, O people, that everything in the heavens and the earth prostrates to Allah, and so does the sun, and so does the moon, and so does the stars, and so does the mountains, and so do the trees, and so do the moving creatures, and so do many people, and many people will be punished. Ya Allah, is not that amazing? From all of creation that is in existence, they are all in submission, all in sujood to Allah, whatever we see it and realize it or not. And the only exception is a minority who happen to be from the weakest of all creation. He is the man and the jinn. They refuse to prostrate to Allah. This dunya is insignificant. This dunya is meaningless to Allah. It means nothing. it is worthless. So worthless compared it with the sun. The sun is one star. You know more science than me. You will be able to tell me better. Take this planet Earth and you place it inside the sun, and you will be able to place 1.3 million Earths in the sun. 1.3 million Earths in the sun. Allahu Akbar. Allah is the greatest. The sun is one star. One star. There are stars out there which are millions of times bigger than the sun. You need to tell me this, that you need millions and millions of stars to make one galaxy. And then you tell me this, that there are zillions of galaxies out there. Tell me about you. On top of this, my friend, after this, whatever you see above, when you raise your head and you look above, whatever you see above, the zillions and zillions and zillions of galaxies, tell me, this is everything. There is within the first heaven, everything there is within the first heaven, and Allah is the creator of seven heavens. Seven heavens, and the distance between the first heaven and the second heaven is 500 years. You know the distance that can be covered in 500 years. At what speed? Only Allah knows. Only Allah knows. But it will take 500 years to get from the first heaven to the second heaven. 500 years from the second to third, and third to the fourth, and fourth to the fifth, and fifth to the sixth, sixth to the seventh. Every time it will take 500 years. After the seven heaven, you all read the Ayatul Kursi. You all know the Ayatul Kursi. After this, you have the Kursi of Allah. You have the chair of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You know these seven heavens that we have just talked about. In comparison to the Kursi of Allah, they are non-existent. They are meaningless. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has given an example in a hadith just to give us a little bit of understanding with regards to seven heavens in comparison to the Kursi of Allah. Take a ring from your finger, take it off, and small ring that you have and place it, let's say, in a desert, the Sahara Desert. It's the biggest desert in the world. You know that ring that we take off from your fingers and place it in the Sahara Desert. What comparison is in between the ring and the desert Sahara? Nothing. The seven heavens in the ring, and the Kursi of Allah is the Sahara Desert. After the Kursi of Allah, you have the Arsh of Allah. You have the Arsh of Allah. Again, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has explained, so just that we can understand. Take the ring, place it in the desert. This time the ring is the Kursi and the Arsh is the desert. What is the Kursi? In comparison to the Arsh of Allah, nothing. Then you have angels which carry the Arsh of Allah. Their heads in the seven heaven and their feet are in the lowest earth of my friends. Then you have the Lord of Arsh and Kursi. This is beyond the size of Allah. Who is Allah? What Allah is? The greatness of Allah is beyond the comprehension of my little mind. This is the being that you and I are messing with.